So here you are. You have your narrative essay finished. The narrative essay includes an introduction with a sentence or two describing a moment that was important in your educational experience. You have a thesis statement for the last sentence. You have a couple of paragraphs showing, not telling. Maybe some dialogue, some conversation. And you have a conclusion where you tell us why the lesson was important to you, sort of rehash your introduction. So this writing that you have, this narrative essay, is very similar to the writing that's done before a movie is shot. First you have to write the script. So the body of this narrative essay is a story. Your story. Your educational experience story. And in class on Thursday, we're going to see how this story can become something else. A short movie. This is called digital storytelling. And while finishing this project will give you extra credit, we are going to start it in class together on Thursday, August 5th. And so if you want to use what you start in class, if you want to continue that, finish it, turn it in for extra credit, that's your decision. So, you have the script, and so the narrative essay will be the basis of what you're reading aloud for your video. There have been students in the past who have done this project, and I'm going to show you one example. Now, notice how the thesis statement plays out throughout the entire digital story. Notice the use of the title, dialogue between characters. Notice the conclusion.
I've always been a God-fearing man. And God has blessed me all my life. Once when I was a door-to-door salesman, and it was the first time in Dade County, Florida, I was working what we call power territory. That's rich people who live like a half a mile or so down the road on a long country road. I've been walking all day long. I was mad, I was broke, and I was hungry. Most of all, I was hungry. I came upon this house that had a ditch all around it and a bridge, a driveway. And I made up in my mind that I was going to sell this house no matter what. But as I was crossing the bridge, suddenly right in front of me there was this little person. At first I thought it was a child, but I looked at it. It had flowing blonde hair, pale skin.
Notice the vivid description.
Blue eyes. I was startled, but I regained myself. And I started to go into my pitch. Hello, Miss Jones. My name is, and it said, do you believe in God? In a hissy voice. I was kind of startled, and I looked at her and said, yes, I believe in God. And I went back into my pitch. And what I'm doing, she said again, do you believe in God? On this time, it was more advanced, and he said, said, well, and she said again, do you believe in God? And I thought about it this time. Then I heard my voice, crystal clear, with more conviction than I ever had in my life. Yes, I believe in God. She looked at me with greedy eyes, and suddenly she vanished. And right there at my
Notice
feet
that
was a
symbolism?
snake. I hate snakes. The people in the house just happened to be preachers. And they came out and they saw that the snake was dead, and they prayed for me. And they told me that God had a great mission for me, and that he was going to bless me for all my life.
That's an example.
Now I'm with Morning Star Baptist Church, and I'm in the choir. I'm the only male voice with between 10 and 12 female voices. My mother came and heard me sing for the first time a couple of weeks ago.
Specific
The
detail.
pride in her face reminded me of just how blessed I truly am.
So this assignment is a little different than the assignment that we did in our class, where the moment was supposed to be an educational moment. But you can still see how a writing assignment can become a visual representation, can become a movie. And so he paired what he had written, the narrative essay, with some pictures and some music, and came up with a video that expresses his ideas and shares his story in another way. So for class on Thursday, I want you to bring your student ID. I want you to bring a couple of pictures and your narrative essay. So print out a copy of your final narrative essay. And be prepared to play with making your narrative essay into this visual form, this digital story.